point of time, I will just tell you within the next few seconds, we are just getting the first visuals of the accident, of the incident. That's what we are being told by the input desk of our sister channel Republic Bharat. And I'm just going to request my camera person to pan the camera across towards this big screen. This is the first visuals which we are beaming live through. These are the first visuals which we are beaming through. And if English can just beam it through, Republic. Yes, these are the first visuals coming out. This is the bus which was carrying 26 brave soldiers, out of which 7 have succumbed to their injuries, and the rest 19 have been airlifted to Chandigarh. So we are just going to go, and within the next few seconds itself, we are getting the first video also on air. So this was the visuals. If we have been able to record it, we're going to play. But within the 10 seconds, we are getting within 10 seconds, we are getting the first video as well. Within the next 10 seconds as well. So these are the first visuals from the accident site, and that's the video. That's the video. If you could just beam through, my video journalist is just beaming the first visuals. We are just replaying it back to back again, viewers. That's the video, a very short 5-second video, but it tells Zeenat, it exactly tells the kind of topography which you were just mentioning. Very, very difficult topography, Zeenat. The visuals are on air. Zeenat, over to you. Zeenat.
Absolutely, Aishwarya. This is what I have been telling you, that because I have traveled through these tracks in these years, so it takes a lot of time, and you have to really walk very carefully, or even you have to drive very quickly, because this is the topography, and that is why this is these are known as the dangerous zones. You require a particular type of vehicle. You cannot go in the normal vehicle when you are traveling on these tracks. So you have to really put all your efforts while you are traveling on these roads, and particularly the vehicle should be absolutely fine as far as the engine, the tires and other things are concerned, and the driver should be really experienced when you have to travel on these roads. So this is what I was pointing, that it's not easy to travel on these roads. That is why the vehicle has skid off from the road and it fell in the river, and it took a lot of time. Indian Army, who was doing the evacuation operation, because it has happened in the morning around 9, and now the Indian Army is declaring many of the soldiers, some 7 in number, that they have been declared as dead, and now the other people who have received the critical injuries, because inside, as I said, that these places don't have the advanced medical facilities usually, particularly when you are having such grave injuries. That is why, without wasting the time or don't want to risk the lives of these injured soldiers further, they've been airlifted from the place to the other part of the country, so that they get the best treatment and they don't have to suffer further losses as far as the Indian Army is concerned.
Well, absolutely, Zeenat, and these are the visuals. These are the first visuals which we are getting as we speak. We are getting these visuals. We are getting these visuals first, Zeenat, and it explains the topography, the kind of topography which prevails. The pictures and the video we are playing both on screen, and it just shows, Zeenat, the kind of difficult topography, the difficult terrain our soldiers cover day in and day out. They are constantly in danger but keeping India safe. They were traveling through these treacherous terrains, through these very, very difficult topography, and that bus literally fell. And what we are being told, there were several. It's around several meters above the... Yeah, now we are getting another visual, viewers, Zeenat. But as you were just saying, and we are going to continue live, Zeenat, on these visuals and these pictures as we are getting. You were very correctly mentioning, Zeenat, that how this particular sector of Turtuk, the topography is not only very, very adverse, but also the whole environment is such that the slightest mistake, slightest human error could result in such a devastating accident. Such a devastation can happen just in a
Aishwarya, as I was
microsecond.
pointing out, that these are the most, because Because if you see the tracks from starting from even Zojila only, that is the part of this side. Once you travel through Zojila, your Kargil and other Turtuk, Ladakh, these are the most difficult tracks when carrying the highest altitude. So you have to really keep your eyes on road when you are driving. It's not easy, and even a single mistake can take your life and the entire family will be devastated. So you have to keep your eyes completely open when you are driving on such paths, because it's so difficult. Even distance which is of 5-minute distance or a 10 minutes distance, it takes 2 hours, because you have to keep check on the road. You have to see that the another vehicle is not, and the tracks are very narrow. They don't have the wide tracks there, so very narrow road. So one has to be very careful when you are driving on such roads. So this is the result when you are driving on the roads. A smallest mistake will take your life, and that is what happened.